Hello everybody, this is Sonya. Now I come on today to do the stump work piece, right? Cannot find my little legs that I made. I've looked everywhere, I can't find them. But you know what, I wasn't going to use them anyway. Because I've decided that I want to make this thing, this lady, a three-dimensional thing. Like, so that this one here, this person, is actually onto the background of this piece. And maybe I could do that. It might make it easier because I was thinking about doing a three-dimensional thing. But now that I see this, I think I might be able to do it. Because I want to do like a diorama thing, like I'm going to do a corner. And in the corner I want to put a tree and a chair and some apple, oranges or whatever on a tree. And I want to put a lady standing there. This is a man, but I could do a lady, but he's sort of a little bit... Maybe I'm going to have to do it like this. Maybe I can't do it like I wanted to. I wanted to just have her freestanding, and that's going to be a little bit tricky, I think. So, I did the little legs and then I lost them, but because I've decided now that I want to do this a bit more, I don't want to make her flat because she's not going onto a flat thing. I want to make her up a bit high, you know, like that is there. So therefore I need to, and these ones here, see, they're all right. They look like they're a bit more, the arms and that on that one, they're sort of out there in the area. So maybe I could put the tree and then put her next to the tree. But anyway, so I'm going to try and do that today. I'm going to try and show you how I would go about doing that. But if only I could find the little legs I made. I'll just have a quick look here on the floor. I don't know how they could have got down there. I don't know. I've looked in everything that I was working on the other day and I cannot find them anywhere. I found the little hands. I found these little bits here that I did the flower. I found all those little round bits there, and I cannot find the tiny little legs. But the only thing I can do, I suppose, is just start from the beginning, except this lady here is too big. She's going to be too tall for what I want to do, okay? Because the thing I want to put her in, oh here, look here, this is what I'm going to do. See this? See that? That's a corner. It's already cut out of a piece of cardboard, and she is going to be too big to put in there. Way too big. I mean, stump work is never, you never have to worry about proportion in stump work because it's just, people just do it anyway. There's no necessarily to have, you know, the fruit sometimes as big as a person's head or whatever, but it's okay. So I'm just going to make her like that, just give her a little bit less, I might need to have them little legs back now. I have searched and searched and I don't know what I did with them. I get fed up with putting things away carefully so I can find them later because then I lose them. For some reason, I don't understand why I didn't put them with all the other bits. I can't work that out. So I'm sorry about this because it is stressing me out a little bit, but I need to do my video. So I'm going to have to start from the beginning. Well, maybe not exactly the same way as what we did them before, but we're going to do that. So this is all going to be, there's going to be a wall, you know. There's a lot of work to do on that. We'll just put that over there. That's going to take us one or 2 days. But anyway, we're not going to worry about doing that this morning. I need to put more work into the lady. Plus, I think the little hand might be a little bit too big, and we may have to make some smaller ones, but you know how to do that. So what I'm going to do is probably take something from her, the size of her here, like fold this back out of there somehow and make her a little bit stumpier. Her arms will have to be shorter and so will the legs, okay? So she'd probably be about that size lady, okay? But see, this is all going to be made separate from the piece anyway to start with, so that's the idea. You make it separate from your piece, what you're going to do. So I'm going to, I've got this piece of, I do have this bit of felt, a bit of felt on the paper, and the card that I had here that I did use the other day. Here it is. Now I can find this. Why can't I find it? And there's There's arms and a head. But if I use this is going to help me to keep it started off with making it stiff like that, okay? Right. But this time I'm not going to make this all separate. Now that's another thing. I'm going to actually put the whole body piece, which I do have another bit of that here. There's a little bit of a dress thing, and I'm going to put all of this in one piece, okay? So that's going to have to be cut down a bit further. So I'm going to make it, I'll take it off from here. Maybe from there. Okay. Still I only want it this size. What we got here? Right, so further. I might cut the top bit off there and redo that. And just use this as a guide. We need little legs and boots. We need to put the same little ideas as the legs and the boots. And I wish I knew where them little legs were, because they were really good little legs, weren't they? Oh, this is so stressful. It's just so not fair. It's just, if you want to do something and this happens, it's just make you cry, wouldn't it? I have searched and searched here this morning for ages looking for them, and I don't know what I did with them. Still looking. I'm still looking. It's getting stressful just having to worry about where they are. I don't think I put them in these drawers here. Why would I do that? I'm thinking I'm keeping them safe. If I probably put things away safely, I should probably put a note with it to tell me where they went to. I really should probably put a note with it to say, now Sonia, you've put that in this part. I've looked through these things. I have searched these things. But I don't know, I'll just have another quick look through here. They're only little, but I would have put them. I thought I put them with the little hand. Okay. And you know, I stopped worrying about it because I thought, oh no, it's all right, I'm not going to use them, but now I am. So now I'm going back to stressing out myself about it. I've been keeping everything in its section. So I thought. But those to wrap up, that's got nothing to do with the day's project. And there was this stuff that I was using. I had these fences here. I had those bead things. That bit. Been through that bit. Looked in there. Couldn't find nothing there. Oh dear, oh dear. On the off chance that I put this in with my thread, I wouldn't have done, would I? Put them in with my thread? No, not in there either. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. I must have picked up something and lost it like that. That's just the only thing I can say. I must have picked up something and it got stuck in it or whatever. And it's just gone now. They're gone. Yeah, they must be gone. They made me cry. They're not in these pads here, are they? Yeah, little legs. One, oh, there they are. They are in here. Oh my goodness, how many times did I look through that? Oh, there they are. Oh, good. Oh boy. Oh wow. Sorry about that, but it was worth the wait, wasn't it? Because now we can get on with this. Oh good. Mouthful of water, please. Oops. Now, so I've got the little legs, and I'm going to use the little legs because now that I've decided to put them on the wall, I'm going to put her on the wall. I wasn't going to put her on the wall, but I am. I think they'll be all right. She's on the wall. Yeah, it'll only need to be the arms that I'll bring out away from it. Okay. So I need another little boot. This is just here, so I'm going to get another little boot, put on this one. I think I got this round the wrong way, this stuff, but it doesn't matter. can have whichever way you want it to be, Sonya. So we're in Australia and we're having an okay day, except for the fact that I couldn't find these things. Thank goodness I was persistent and going looking more, because I would have been very upset if I couldn't find it there. Anyway, let's see what that looks like boot-wise. No, not that good. But you know what? It's okay, because you got to have a... Can't be exactly perfect as to what it looks like in reality, can it? Well, you can do your best, I suppose. Right, now, I did want these to flare a bit at the top, these little boots, just to make them look a bit more booty-like or something. Make it look like the feet are okay. Okay, so that's not going to go across there. Oh, that's not good. You have to cut that out bigger now. Actually, you better make sure you've got plenty of stuff when you're doing this. You can make, if you make a mistake, like sometimes we do, but we can't say. I mean, I can get nearly all the way through something and realise I've done something wrong and have to redo the whole thing. It's just the way things are sometimes, you know. You got to be prepared to take the knocks. And why did I come up so close to that? I needed to be wider, didn't I? Because I'm going to stitch them down. But not yet. Maybe we'll look at it now and see what that looks like. Well, that's really off, isn't it? Really off. But not too bad, though. Give it a few little bit tweaks here and there to see what it's gonna, how it's gonna sit. Really big compared with that one, isn't it? It's huge. I don't know. Give that foot back up here before I wreck it all again. That's way too big. That one just fits too, but this leg must be a tiny bit, it's a tiny bit bigger, but not much. Yeah. I don't think it's going to matter, really, to be honest. I think it's going to matter. Righto. So now I've got that bit, and then I've got these bits here. It's a tiny bit of difference there, but I'm going to fix it as I go. I think I'll sew it as I go and see if it helps at all. The foot needs to come more or less more down, doesn't it? Like on an angle. I mean, a bit more like that, eh? Once you stitch these pieces down around it, it should look alright. And that's what we'll have to do that. So these legs are going to go in here. Right, I'm going to glue this on here because I can still trim back a bit if I have to. Until I make it look like. There you go. Look where the foot is compared to what I just done to it. It's got to come down this way a bit and not so long out there. Maybe not so wide up the top of this either. How about now? Trial and error. Not too much error, I hope. I'll turn it over. So we need this to come down here like that. Go over a bit and down like that way. How about now? How about that? Righto. So when that's fastened down, which I think it should be, it should look all right. We'll have a look at that. Now we're going to put these on here. This dress on here. Okay. And then we need arms, and they're going to be separate things. So because I want to make them sort of so they can move. Where's this bit here? So we need to make this top bit look like it's actually somebody's shoulders. A bit rounded, aren't they? Oh well. a tiny little thing there. Right, just a bit more of an idea, that's all we need. Now that looks good. I'm pleased with that. Righto. So I'm going to have my background piece put on the wall. I'll have to have my wall done before I do any more of this. So I'm going to glue these together, which I probably should have some padding in the inside of this. I might do that later though, because I'll put it behind it, because this is flat. I think I'll do the padding behind it, so we'll know, because you don't want this part to be too bulky, because you're going to put a little close on her. You've got to do a little close. They're the part that we can have a little go at in a minute, some little close. Where's that hand? I think the hand's still too big. I don't know. It could come from the arm and go up there near the tree and be hanging onto an orange yet. You don't know about that. We'll see. So I'm going to put these legs on here too, just to see how that works. Start with. We want to put them inside the dress, not way out there at the edge. Okay. Okay, we can hope they can get them. She needs to be standing reasonably good. One leg down a little bit further than the other, so she looks like she's on something, like she's actually standing on something. On the ground, because they wouldn't be necessarily level, would they? They have to have some. Oops, that didn't stick at all. Should know that this is not very good at sticking this stuff for a fair while. You've got to wait till it's really, really, oops, out there. Okay, just hang on to it a bit. I'm going to leave that sitting there while it does that. It can do its thing for a minute. Now I want a pad thing. I'll use one of these Stephanie made me, and I need to make the outline of the dress. Okay, so it doesn't matter if it's a tiny bit bigger than that. I haven't got that fastened down, have I? No. So what you need to do, because I'm going to make a little jacket, a little coat, jacket thingy, or dress, let's just do the skirt. It's the easiest part to start with. We'll just do the skirt first, okay? So what you need to do is get the idea, of course, wait a minute, the idea. Okay, skirt, and I need a bit of, oh dear, where's that? I'll do sticky tape. I'll use sticky tape to put over the top of it, I think, so I can do the needle weaving thing on it. Hang on a second, just give me a look here till I see what I'm up to. I should be able to stitch over this, only I haven't got the right background. You probably should do it once you put it onto the background fabric, which I do not have organised yet. So maybe if I put it onto a piece of fabric, then I can take it, then I can cut it around and trim it, okay? And I can trim it off later. Alright, well I'll leave that there then. So we'll have a piece of fabric for the background. So what I would be doing normally would be making this onto that piece that's going into the back of the corner, right? I'd be sewing onto that thing, but I don't want to do that. I want to put her on there later. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it her dress, I'm going to make her thing on here, okay? Make her clothes on this, and then I can cut that off and stick it on the background, okay? Right. Get me? I hope you get me. I don't know if this is going to work this way, but I'm going to have a go. Can't see why it wouldn't. It's if I don't have, when I cut it back, I can always put more stitches, you know, and plus I can pad it up in through the back if I want to make her any more padded than what she already is. I don't think I do. Her arm will be. Now that we've thought about it, we don't need to put the legs in there, do we? Right, we don't need to have the legs in it. Now this is not absolutely the right way, if you understand. This is how you can do it if you're going to detach it from the other bit, right? Other bit. If you want it to be its own separate thing, which I'm making it separate because I can't put it onto the background because I haven't made the background yet. And I'm going to do bricks behind her, okay? There's going to be a brick wall behind her, so that's a bit of work yet that I haven't taken care of. So we've got this part ready, right? So now I can actually start to do the whole dress. I could do that, but I think it'd look better if you... Oh, I don't know. Do I do the whole dress? I would have to put the neck bit there too, so I'm going to still have to cut that back again still, aren't I? Because I've got to have a neck in there. I've got to have a neck and a head. Must have been my daughter driving the taxi today. She tooted. So the neck and the head part's got to go in there. Behind that. And that will. Righto, so that's it there, that's their head. It looks awful big, doesn't it? That's going to be a tricky part for us, I'll tell you now. That'll be tricky for me. Now I think I might do a nice blue dress. I think a nice blue dress would look good. Of course it will. Okay, and then I can add a little something to it, you know, you can have some, plus you could have a little collar maybe on it as well. You need to make it a bit flash, don't you? I'll put this back in here. I'll get you started any minute now, nobody panic. Righto. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put some sewing to this. Alright, let's get on with that. I hope you can see what I'm doing. I think this should show up alright. I like this blue and it's not too thick. And it's not skinny either, so it's a piece of crochet thread that I bought this nice reel. Okay, and so we're going to put that onto there. Don't want that bit hanging down, do we? I don't know what's on the back of there, but anyway, I'll just cut this across here. Right-o. Now, we're putting this on here so I can show you how to sew a little dress for her. Easier to sew it onto the body than not. So let's put some glue. We need to hold it down. We could probably put some on there as well because that's going to fall apart on me. I think this is going to work. I think it's going to work. I'm quite... Because I didn't know how I was going to make it stand up. Well, I could have done, but it's, you know, it's something that could get tricky, you know. Could get too tricky. This is easy, isn't it? I mean, it's just like making collage or something, I suppose. And you've got stitching on it, so we're going to make a nice little dress. I only think she should have a little bit more of a waist, don't you? I think I should have given her a little bit more of a figure than that, eh? What do you reckon? If she's facing that way over there, she probably could have a belt on as well. She could. Yes, I'll put a belt on her. I was thinking about making maybe this a little bit longer too, but I'll do that when I get to that part, okay? So I need to start here at the back on the side of the fabric and I'm going to do a back stitch around here. Now you can do a different way where you do just a string of thread like you just put thread around it and fasten it down and you couch that down. So I'm not going to do that because I want to do mine this way. I'm doing it my way. Okay, this is what I want to do if it was me doing it. And I'm going around the outside here. There's a little issue though with this because it's white underneath, but I don't know how thick the what's the name is going to be, the stitching, whether you'll be able to see that. I don't know if it matters if you can see the white through it. She could have a nice white blouse on or anything, couldn't she? I want to do two separate things because I want to do a coat. So I'm going to do up to there. Right, there's probably the waistline, I suppose. Could be. Now I'm going to go across here. She could have a smaller waist than that, I suppose, but we're having a jacket over the top of it. I suppose I should just do a plain dress, but we're going to just put a jacket on it because she's outside, you know, so she might want a jacket on. I'm sorry she's a little bit fat around the chest, around the belly. Oh dear, never mind. If we put the jacket on, it won't look like that, will it? I just hope that when I do this, it covers up the felt a bit better. I think I'm having trouble getting through there because of the glue. There's glue behind it. One arm's going to come across here, another one's going to go up there, okay? In theory. In my practice, I hope so. Righto, now we go down this way. Do some back stitches down here. Now we could do this the same way that I did these ones here, right? I can just turn it back and stitch it onto the background, righto? Because if that's what you're wondering, you probably are, how I was going to figure that out. And that's what I probably will do with this because it needs some sort of good structure behind it, so it'll be fastened on with that. You can't, I don't think I can just cut it off and leave it, you know, willy-nilly. I just don't think so. And the bottom I'm going to leave because, well, I'm not going across there because I'm going to be coming down that way. So we'll end this off here. I hope she stays together. She should do. That's that. I don't know what on earth I got on them scissors, but it's not good. Okay. Now I'm thinking I would have liked the dress to be a bit more flared out and probably a bit longer. So maybe I just have to deal with that. Because see, then when I do it, I'm going to turn this back and I'm going to fasten it onto the background like so. I will put a frilly bit around the bottom. I can add to this once I get it done though, if I want to do more to it. Now I don't have a lot of I might take that off and get a bit more string because it's going to be a little while doing this bit, okay? A little while. I'll have to have a look in the book and see what this is like a needle weaving thing or a needle lace thing that we're going to do now. And I have showed you how to do this before on something. I don't remember now what it was though. I can't remember, honestly I don't. But anyway. So, I'm going to come up through here, made a knot. And I'm going to just go into this underneath that, right, and do my blanket stitch as per usual across each one, okay? Because we're going to make it a nice little knitted, I've got too much thread here, a nice little knitted dress skirt, okay? And I might put a different colour on the top of her clothes. This will look good. You won't be able to see the white through here that much, I don't think, because we're going to do it pretty close together. Right. Now, sometimes I think you would see people doing that in one stitch, but I want to do a multiple of stitches because this top one anyway, so I've got it all level. You can use a piece of fabric and just stick it on to this part of her body if you wanted to, if you didn't want to do this bit. But this bit is what the stump work thing is about, you see. You need to have some sort of underneath. I was going to do it out of wire and stuff and everything, and I thought, oh gee, that's going to be a big job. And it would have been too, because it would take me ages. I wouldn't have been able to do it all on a video. I would have had to do a show and tell thing later. But anyway, this is going to work for me. I know it is. I'm not unsure about that at all. It's got a bit of a cobbly up mess here though. Nobody panic, please. It's just it's fine. I had a little bit of a nap after I got up this morning. It's really weird, you know. When I have a really good sleep, I'm really tired when I get up. The cat come in. I'll have to hold this up. Hold your work up in the air, and your cotton will spin out, and it'll untwist. Okay. The cat decided to come in there and start screaming at us this morning because he thought it was time to get up, and that was at 7:30, I think, because we slept in as far as he was concerned. And anyway, this is good. This is right. Now we're doing good. So it will be a little bit looser than straight onto her body, you know, so it's not flat down, is it? So that's all right. Now it's rolling around again, this thread, but it doesn't matter. We'll keep going along anyway. Hope this doesn't turn into 2 videos, because I haven't got time for that. Muck up. I mean, I won't be happy. Well, I wish it wouldn't spin around so bad. Anyway, we can't be like that this morning. Don't be upset with it, Sonya. Nobody panic, you know. Sorry, it's stuck into the water. So now you've got these pieces down the side that you can connect that to, okay? So I can go under there and I can pick that up, like so, a couple of times, because the next stitch is going to go straight across to the other side and hook up into this bit, okay? You get me? Like that. So it's there. But you're not just going to use that, you're going to use the one above it as well as that. You pick up the bottom of the top stitch there, you go into your stitch and in and through the row of thread, okay? It's makes it a bit more sturdy, I suppose. It's a way of doing it that I've learnt in the past. So you just want to pick up that one and go down in there. Try and do every one, but if you don't, it doesn't matter, as long as you don't try to make it all start to get all tightened up, and it'll look all right if you don't. And I think this looks good. I suppose, and once I get it finished, I can add a little bit to the side if I wanted to, but I don't know. I don't think I need to. I think it'll look all right. The jacket, I'm going to make the jacket in like a separate piece off here, I think, and then put it onto her so it can be, I might have to do 2 little tops or something, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Sorry about this, I've got to unspin it. So you catch your bottom of your buttonhole or blanket stitch, and you just take this piece with you, okay? That bit goes across there. It makes it really neat and keeps it all level. Oh, well, it would be anyway, but it's... So you're going to do this, okay? Then we go into the side bit one time, and then go to the next stitch down. Now if you made your stitches a little bit far apart, that's okay, you can go into it twice if you need to. Goodness me, this is curling up a fair bit, it's okay. So we'll go back across over here, it's just a straight stitch across there, and we're still going to go into that one because it's not that far down, down there a bit, righto, because we want to make it really sort of snug. We don't need it to be all... You can make it a lot opener if you want to, it's up to you, but that wasn't the look I was going for today, okay? I'm going for this nice knitted thing, and like a knitted look, okay? It's only coming down a little bit at a time, but it is coming down a bit, so you do get a nice stitch on it. This thread's coming apart a little bit like it's a variegated thing, isn't it? Not variegated. I got variegated on the brain after trying to find that variegated thread. But I did find the number, so I'm really excited. I'm going to go on there. I'm going to look on the Spotlight thing and see. But I don't know if I want to pay all that money for postage. Surely they wouldn't charge me a lot of money for posting a piece of thing of thread out. Oh, I know. That's right. Stephanie said she was going to Spotlight, so she might buy me some. Okay, bring me back some and send it. That's a good idea. I'll have to ask her if she can find it there. Because I really, really, really want some of that. Could do the lady's top in that or something. But it's got to go all with me background, so I've got to think about that too. What am I having in the background? Behind this person. Now, down we go, I'll untangle it. Go into the side bit, pull it up through like that, and see when I turn it back and hook that onto the background, you're just going to see that there when I fasten that into a background. Okay, so now we can go on the next stitch here, bring it across. I don't know if I've got enough to come back. I may do, so I'll keep going. Go underneath this here. Whichever way you want to, it doesn't matter. I don't think whether you go down that way or the other way. But then see, this side will be the same. And you put a little skirt on. I'm going to have a little scallopy thing around the end, eh? It looks snazzy, won't it? It'll be flary on a dress. So we can start over here, right on the end. Because you don't want to be missing out on it. You don't want to not have anything there, you see. You'll need that bit on the end. Watch out for the leg. Whoops. She actually kicked me now, that's not good. I just wanted to put that there because I need to... You wouldn't have had to do that until later, you know, but I wanted to judge where this is going to be, you know. If you did this in a lot thicker thing too, it wouldn't take as long, but it wouldn't look as neat. Well, it would, but it's up to you, you know, what you do with it. Sure thing. Please yourself. And whether I decide to make a little slit in there and put some stuffing in it, I don't know. Maybe I might at the top. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that. We'll have to see. I think she's probably okay, because once I get that bit round the behind her and lean it, put her against the wall, and if the arms are coming off and going, one can be going down there, another one can be up in the tree. Oh well, have an orange in it or something. Oh, now itchy. Sorry about this. But anyway, so we're just going to finish this bit here. Now I've got to work out them arms and the head. Oh, won't it be funny doing the hair. And the faces. I'm not very good at faces. But see, neither is a lot of the people that do these things anyway. I think it's just it's just how they do them. It's just the way they're done. It's just, you know, and I'm sure that I'll be fine. I need to go back through the back here now with this because that's enough of that one because I've run out of thread. I can't go across again. So I'll fasten that off there. And then I can just take... And this is splitting a fair bit, this cotton, isn't it? It's like it's stranded, isn't it? Like a stranded thread. Oh, look at this. I'm really excited about this. Really pleased with it. Arms and a head. Let's just try and do a little tiny picture of what we think it might look like. You know, we're not going to actually do this today because it's going to take a minute. But if I can work out this face I should be able to work out a face. And hair shouldn't be too hard. I should be able to do hair, I know, because I've got a lot of ideas about hair. I've done lots of dolls and things. I should be able to do the hair. But the faces I'm never really good at. And some funny looking arms. One goes straight down there like that. Or you can put it on whichever way you want to, really. I hope this is an arm, not a leg. I think it's an arm. Maybe one won't be up in the tree at all. I'm just cutting them out. Don't judge me now, okay? No. I maybe need one with a bit of a corner on it or something. Because then you're going to make one of these to make a little jumper. You know, so this'll probably be down that way, like that. Okay. This'll go under here, like that. And then she needs a proper up here, like this, maybe. Having a orange, or whatever that is. Is it orange? Is it orange? Is it orange? Out of the tree, in her hand. Look at this, there's a story. Like that. How do you reckon we'll do? Anyway, thank you very much for watching, everybody. I'm sure this is going to be fun. And I think she's a good height, because she's looking like this person, except she needs that up there a bit. The face is going to be exactly the same as the legs, but the arms aren't, because they're going to have a cardigan or a jumper on them, see? But the face and the neck, I'll be doing that exactly the same as them, and then I'll fasten that on there. So I can even make her a little collar. But I'll have to do her hair first before I put her onto the background, of course. She'll have to have little hairs. I'm just going to have a look at that book and see what they've got for hairs. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, look. Actually, it's curly. Like I said before, I never really go near this book. I haven't been there for years. So there's a person. Interesting face. And the hair's just sewn. Her hair's just sewn up the middle. I did actually do a Queen Elizabeth with this style. So this is one that they've put the front bit on, and then they've padded it up in the inside. So whether I'll do that or not, I don't know. I can't really pad be there, but I can go behind that piece of felt and put some padding in it to lift it up a bit. I might do that with the... But see, I didn't do it with the legs, so I don't know yet. We'll see what happens, eh? But the hair shouldn't be too hard. There's pretty much stitches and that on that one. And these ones here, the kids have got... She's got a ponytail there. See, it's just sewing, and then you just make it into a style, don't you? Just sew a bit of hair on. But the faces, well, they're a little bit scary for me. I don't know what I'm going to do about them. I used to, if I ever made a doll, or embroidered a doll, I always did it facing sideways, or showing the back of their head. So I've got here the thing I did in the work that I did with for Jeremy's, that piece of work I did to put in the book. And this one here's got fabric on his body, and then stitched around, and then it's stuffed with some other stuff, yeah. And there's the foot. It's got a little bit of wadding in it, not very much, but he has bare feet most of the time, so I did it with bare feet. And there's his fork, which I did for his garden. Okay, so that was that one. I don't know if I've got anything else to do with figures here. I did have a man and a lady, and I can't find either one of those that I've done before. They were actually freestanding like this, but when I put the clothes on it, I didn't knit. I didn't do the sewing, and that's what I really want to do on this, because it's going in a section at the show, I hope, that's stump work. So therefore I don't want to do just ordinary things. I want to do good bits on it, if you understand. So I don't know whether to put this one and this one and put something in a hand. I suppose I could have put that up there. That would have went up there like that. Or make another one and make it come down straight. Whatever works. This is a bit too long though. She's not a monkey. There me go again, being silly. Okay, thank you very much for watching, everybody. It's getting that time of day again. I've got to get myself out of here. I've had fun today in here, so thank you. And we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.